Good morning and welcome to Morning Glory, everybody. So, I wanted to, just quickly just kind of encourage you, if you will, that Ephesians 6 and 11, it says, put on the full armor of God so that you may be able to stand against the devil's strategies and schemes. Did you know that the enemy don't like you? Every single day he makes a plan to oppose you. Every day he has a plan to confront you, combat with you, and all of these things. That is his plan every single day, that we live on this earth. He's going to always try something. So, but I love this, that God gave us something that we can be ready for his stuff. You understand? Just like when you go to war, you have, the things that you need in order to fight. You understand? And I know many of us have this idea that we don't want to fight. I don't want to fight, but guess what? We are at war every single day. And since the last days, since these are the last days, and it's been since Jesus died on the cross, we are at war. So we cannot afford not to fight. You have to fight to keep your mind. You have to fight to keep your heart in check. You got to fight to make sure that you don't give into the, gird your loins. Don't make sure that you don't give into the enemy's schemes, you know what I mean, and cause your flesh to fall. You have to make sure that your heart is not easily breaking all the time. You got to make sure that you know where you're going, making sure your feet are shod properly. You got to make sure you take the helmet of salvation, the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. You got to keep that sword with you at all times. That sword is not to be left. You understand? Like, it's not a part of something. Just the way you put on your shoes, the way that you put on your clothes, the way that you get your purse or your man bag and all of those things. You have to have the word of God with you at all times. And then, I love the psalmist that says, I have hid your word in my heart so that I might not sin against you. That means that word has to be hidden here. Understand? Because Satan is going to keep trying you. And I know you might feel like, but I'm a tough Christian, I'm a strong Christian, I'm a this, I'm a that. If he gets you enough and weakens you enough by just tapping little bit at a time, he'll be able to weaken you if you are not properly properly suited up. So you have to be properly suited up at all times. Because if you're not, he can wear the strongest person down. And I can't afford to let, any of us be worn down by the enemy. These times, he is coming harder and harder and harder, and he's using anybody and everybody that he can. I mean, he's pulling out all the stops. He's using those who are in your house. He's using those who are next to you. He's using those who sleep next to you. He's using those that you put a ring on their finger. He's using those that you think that's your best friend, that's your brother, that's your sister, your mom, and your dad. He's using everybody that whosoever will allow him to use. And so with that being said, you got to keep your eyes open, and that you're able to, go and combat your children after you have to. And I didn't say kill your children. I didn't say beat them upside the head, but you got to go to war at times and say, hey, we're not doing that in this house. We're not doing that in this family. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And as for this family, we're going to still serve the Lord. So we got to make sure that we do the things correctly and make sure that we keep the word of God in our hearts, so that we can make sure that we protect those whom we love, protect what we have, and protect your mind and your spirit. So with that being said, keep your mind on God. Put your stuff in order, and make sure that you dress appropriately this morning. Make sure if you look down at your feet and you see that you didn't put on your shoes, you better go back in the house. Well, number one, the cold is going to let you know that you forgot something. When you forget to pray, when you forget to worship, when you forget to, give God the glory in the morning, believe me, you'll be reminded just by stuff hitting your brain and hitting you at different times. And you'll say, wait a minute, what didn't I do? I'm letting these things get to me. See, when you put on the armor of God, it doesn't get to you as fast. Right here, thank you. It doesn't get to you as fast.
Chicken and tomato flatbread.
Yes, thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
When you dress yourself appropriately, it doesn't get to you that fast, and you're able to say, oh, I know what happened. The reason I'm tripping is because I didn't pray this morning. The reason I'm ready to, tell everybody off is because I didn't guard myself and guard my heart and gird my loins and my mind and make sure that I have everything. So listen, Satan always has schemes. He's always ready to fight. you got to also be ready to fight. I know those of you feel like, I'm not a fighter. You're going to have to be. In this day and time, you're going to have to be. And I mean spiritually, not physically, spiritually. You got to be ready, okay? So get up this morning. Make sure you prayed up. Make sure that you talk to the Lord. Make sure that you get ready for this day. Because this day, I'm telling you, you're going to win. Whatever the battles were, you're going to win. Whatever the struggles are, you're going to win. Whatever the issues are, you're going to win. Whatever you don't have, God is going to bless you with it. So guard yourself and gird yourself accordingly. Put on the armor of God so that you can stand against the devil's schemes. He's going to try to call somebody to argue with you. You'll turn and say, I ain't doing that with you. I'm not doing that with you today because you don't deserve my time that way. That's how you know that you're covered. Cover yourself and let God do the rest, okay? I love you all. Have a blessed day. Happy Valentine's Day to those, that were alone and working, and all of you. Happy Valentine's Day to you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. And put the word of God in your heart, okay? Ephesians 6 and 11. God bless you. All right? See y'all tomorrow morning for Morning Glory. Share this message with somebody and encourage them to prepare themselves properly. All right? Take care.